Hey pool owners, it's Rob with Inyo Pools. Today we're going to show you how to install a Hayward HeatPro 140,000 BTU heat pump. Something to keep in mind if you're going to install it yourself is typically the manufacturers will offer a longer warranty if you get it professionally installed. For instance, the Hayward HeatPro, it has, if you install it yourself, it has a 2-year warranty on parts and 1 year on labor, but if you get it professionally installed, it's 5 years parts and 1 year on labor. And in some states it actually has 2 years on labor too. So check your warranty and determine if that's something you want to do yourself. But with that being said, let's get started. All right, today we're going to be replacing an existing heat pump, so the electrical work has already been done. If you're installing a brand new heat pump and you don't have an existing one done, it needs a 60 amp breaker, so you might want to call an electrician and have that all done before you attempt to install the heat pump. With that being said, let's go ahead and turn the power off and get started. All right, we're just going to turn it off here at the breaker. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and loosen the nuts on the old heat pump. All right, we're going to open up the service panel so we can gain access to the electrical wiring in here. That way we can disconnect the wiring and then remove the heat pump. All right, we've got the wires unhooked, so we're going to feed it out of the conduit adapter. All right, we got to disconnect the bonding wire. All right, now we're going to go ahead and slide back the old unit. All right, a couple things you want to remember when you're installing the heat pump as far as location goes is the heat pumps are made to be installed outside. You don't want it in an enclosed area like a shed or garage because it needs to be able to take in warm air and it pushes out cold air. So if it's an enclosed area, you're just going to be pushing out that cold air and sucking it right back in. So that doesn't make it very efficient. Next, you want to mount the unit on a sturdy base, preferably concrete or blocks. The base should be isolated from the building to prevent sound or vibration transmission into the building. All right, the last thing to keep in mind is that air is pulled in through the evaporator coil and discharged through the top. And so you want a minimum clearance of 72 inches above the unit, as well as 24 inches to the side of the unit, so it'll allow good air intake and service access. All right, we're going to do some prep work for the plumbing. Right now we're going to do a little bit of trenching so we can get more access to the pipes underground, because we don't have a whole lot of room. Okay, we've got it trenched out now, and we're going to make some cuts so that we can align the piping with the intake and return on the heat pump. All right, the couplings that come with the Hayward HeatPro are actually located on the inside of the service panel, so what you got to do is just remove the 3 screws at the top here. And also the anchors are in here as well. So, you can see, and the couplings and the anchors right there. All right, we just slid it into place. Now we're going to line it up with our pipes, do some cutting and gluing. Before you start plumbing, you'll notice that on the bottom here, the inlet and return are labeled. So on the right hand side it says water in. That's going to be coming from your pump to your filter and then into your heat pump. And then on the left hand side is the water out, so it's going to be coming out, maybe into a chemical feeder and back to the pool. So make sure those are correct before you do your plumbing. All All right, we've got it all plumbed in, so the next step is going to be wiring it. So we're going to remove the service panel. Earlier we took the 3 top screws off to get the unions. So there's 2 more at the bottom. So I'll remove these and take the cover off. All right, on this particular installation, we're not connecting this heat pump to any kind of automation, but if you do have automation and you wanted to control this heat pump, you'll connect it to this terminal block right here, the external terminal block, and then you'll obviously run that back to the automation. I would recommend checking the manual for your control system to see how it's going to be connected to your box. Okay, there's a knockout here at the bottom. That's where we'll connect our conduit. So we'll just punch that out. There we go. It's a spot for our conduit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and feed the 3 lines here. You get 2 hot and a ground. Feed that through the knockout there. Okay, so we got the lines fed in here into the heat pump. So then you want to open this door. And there's a knockout down here. And you can feed the wires through. All right, and once you got them in here, you're going to connect one of these red ones, the hot lines, to L1, and the other one to L2. And then your green line is going to go to this green screw in here, ground it. All right, close it back up now. I'll move the panel in place and connect those 5 screws. All right, the last step here is going to be bonding the heat pump. Basically, anything metallic around the pool, you want to make sure it's bonded so you don't get shocked with any kind of stray current. It's just a preventative measure. But basically, you just take it here and just tighten it down. And then on the opposite end, you'll connect it to another bonding wire from the system with a split nut. All right, so we got the electrical hooked up and we've turned on the pump. So the next thing is we're going to turn on the heat pump and the fan should immediately start. And then after about 3 to 4 minutes, the compressor will start. And when the compressor starts running, there should be a heat indicator light on the right-hand side here. And the compressor just kicked on, and now you can see the flames up in that upper right-hand corner. All right, we got the heat pump installed. Everything's looking good. The installation wasn't too bad, but you probably want to definitely have some experience with plumbing and electrical work if you're going to do this. And if you're at all uncomfortable with it, call a professional. With that said, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below or visit us over at InyoPools.com. Thanks for watching.